Hello, and welcome to another Rang Rouge unit of the Reek, and today we're taking a look at the American M22 paratrooper tank available to the 101st Airborne Division. So during 1941, the Americans and the British were experimenting with glider tanks, a tank that you could stick inside a glider and deploy with your paratroopers behind enemy lines. The British would get their older design of a Tetrarch and redesignate it as a glider tank, while Americans would design the M22 Locust in 1942. It was a very light tank, only weighed 7.5 tons, a 3-man crew, and armed with a 37mm cannon and a single machine gun. And because it was so light, it only had 10 to 12 millimeters of armor, which is not a lot. And the Locust would suffer a lot of problems. It was unreliable, it took 10 minutes to take out of a glider when you're being shot at by enemy. That's not exactly ideal. And because it was so lightly armored, a 50 cal machine gun, even though you didn't have to worry about the Germans having them, could potentially penetrate his tank. And by 1944, the Americans would not deploy the M22 Locust because of that. Funnily enough, they would end up giving a bunch of Locusts to the British under the Lend-Lease Act because the British liked the idea of paraglider tanks still. So the rather funny thing is, it's a game set in Normandy 1944, and the Locust wouldn't even be in Normandy, especially during 1944. So the main reason it's in game is just because of flavour. In-game, the M22 is available to the 101st Airborne Division during A phase, and it has 2 weapons available to it. So first up, you got that 37mm cannon, pretty similar to other 37mm cannons with 5 actually, 7 rate of fire, 8 AP with 30 rounds, 1 HE with 20 rounds, and 1 kilometer range. It's pretty bog standard, used to deal with light armor. And then you got a single machine gun. And we pop down to miscellaneous stats. We got a whopping 3 frontal armor, 2 at side and 2 at back. It's an enclosed vehicle as well. It's got bad stealth, a speed of 33 kilometers off-road and 78 kilometers on the road, and very low optics capability. In battle, the M22 Locust is a rather useful light tank. It's very light, with only 3 frontal armor. That means German autocannon vehicles can penetrate you from the front, which is something you do have to be careful about, because those Germans can bring out a lot of autocannons early on. It's okay in the infantry support role. Yes, the cannon only has 1 HE, but you're doing much better in the 6th Airborne's Tetrarchs, which have no HE on their cannons whatsoever, so at least you have something to tickle enemy infantry and AT guns at a far distance. Like I said before, you all die to essentially anything with armor penetrating capabilities. Though the Locust is a pretty decent anti-tank, light tank, as most of the German vehicles in A phase are those crappy French tanks, and in a run-on-run engagement, you have the better gun most of the time, so you will be able to effectively beat them. And in the 101st Airborne A phase, that's pretty important, as you need to try and knock out those vehicles so your AB rifles and engineers can move up and clear the path. They're not the best unit in game, to be honest, mainly just due to how it can be killed by absolutely everything, and it doesn't have the best firepower. You can just skip getting Locusts during A phase and just wait till B to get Wolverines and Shermans, which will support you much better later on. But the Locust isn't a terrible choice either way. If you just want some sort of light armor now to help fight enemy light armor, yeah, that's what Locust is designed for. And well, it's a light tank, a very light tank, and I'm gonna leave it off. Yeah, this has been another Rang Rouge of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.